There's something unsettling about a cartoon that just won't stop getting the future right. For more than 3 decades, The Simpsons has thrown out jokes about politics, celebrities, world events, and technology gags that were meant to be funny in the moment. But every so often, one of those jokes comes back years later like a quiet warning we all missed. Let's start with the prediction that shocked the world the moment it came true. Donald Trump as president happened. The moment Trump won the election, the internet erupted with screenshots of the episode, calling it another Simpsons prophecy fulfilled. And by 2024, when Trump returned to the political spotlight yet again, the prediction gained a second life, reminding everyone that this show might be playing a longer game than any of us realized. But this was only the beginning, because years before that political shock, The Simpsons had already predicted something far darker. The Tiger Attack, disturbing way. During a Las Vegas performance, Roy Horn, one half of Siegfried and Roy, was attacked by his own white Bengal tiger. The incident was catastrophic, ending his stage career and shocking the entertainment world. The episode's resemblance wasn't broad or vague, it was specific, down to the type of tiger and the nature of the performance. For many fans, this prediction wasn't funny, it was frightening. But if predicting a tiger attack wasn't strange enough, the show somehow even called a future Nobel Prize winner. The Nobel Prize prediction, a throwaway gag that came true in 2010. Elementary school musical featured a blink and you'll miss it joke. Milhouse pulls up a database showing his prediction for the next Nobel Prize in economics. One of the names casually displayed is Bengt R. Holmstrom, a Finnish economist. Milhouse was just being Milhouse. It wasn't meant to be lore. It wasn't meant to matter. But in 2016, Holmstrom actually won the Nobel Prize. The internet noticed immediately. What was meant to be nothing more than a silly cartoon reference suddenly felt like another hit on a growing list. It raised a sharper question. How does a cartoon even accidentally predict something this specific? That question only grew louder a few years later, when the world faced a crisis straight out of a Simpsons episode. The pandemic, Murder Hornets parallel, reality echoes. 1993, the 1993 episode, Margin Chains was supposed to parody earlier global outbreaks. It portrayed Springfield being hit by the Osaka flu, a fast-spreading illness caused by a contaminated shipment arriving in town. People panicked, hospitals overflowed, and misinformation spread even faster than the sickness. But what really made the episode go viral decades later wasn't just the flu. It was what came next. In the episode, a crate breaks open and unleashes a swarm of killer bees into Springfield. Fast forward to 2020 quads. As COVID-19 spread across the planet, headlines started circulating about Asian giant hornets arriving in North America, quickly nicknamed murder hornets. The timing was bizarre. The parallels were impossible to ignore. And the episode suddenly felt like a preview nobody wanted. But it wasn't the last time The Simpsons mirrored major pop culture moments. Because a few years later, even Lady Gaga found herself acting out a cartoon performance. Lady Gaga's Ariel Show, an animated performance before the real one in 2012. The episode Lisa Goes Gaga brought Lady Gaga to Springfield, where she performs while suspended by cables, hovering above the cheering crowd in true Gaga fashion. It was exaggerated, dramatic, and perfectly on brand. Then, during the 2017 Super Bowl halftime show, Lady Gaga recreated nearly the same entrance, descending from high above the stadium in a flashy cable-assisted stunt that looked almost identical to what her animated version had done years prior. Fans were stunned. Did Gaga take inspiration from The Simpsons, or did the show once again predict a major pop stage moment? Whether intentional or not, the resemblance was impossible to miss. And it wasn't even the show's biggest media-related prediction. That one involved a multi-billion-dollar empire Disney buys Fox, a joke that became a mega-merger in 1998. The episode, When You Dish Upon a Star, included an easy-to-miss background gag, a sign reading 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney. Cow. At the time, the joke landed because it was absurd. Disney owning Fox? That sounded like satire about corporate greed, nothing more. But nearly 20 years later, in 2017, Disney announced plans to buy 21st Century Fox for $52 billion. The deal was finalized in 2019, permanently reshaping Hollywood. The prediction wasn't vague. It nailed the exact companies involved. And once again, The Simpsons wasn't trying to predict anything. It was poking fun at the industry, only for the industry to catch up. But not all predictions were about corporations or celebrities. One of them involved a member of the world's most iconic band, the Beatles' Fan Surprise, a 60-year parallel in the 1991 end episode. Brush with Greatness. Marge reminisces about sending a portrait of Ringo Starr to him when she was younger. Years later, she receives a reply from him, long after she expected any sort of acknowledgement. It was a sweet, simple moment meant to show the patience and kindness of a Beatle. Then, in 2024, life imitated art once again. Paul McCartney recorded a heartfelt message to a fan after seeing a video they'd sent years earlier. The real-world delay echoed the show's storyline almost exactly, turning a cartoon gag into an emotional reality. And while this prediction was charming, the next one was anything but. Because The Simpsons even touched on a tragedy deep beneath the ocean. The underwater sub-incident, an eerie parallel to the Titan tragedy in 2006. The episode, Homer's Paternity Coot, follows Homer as he ventures into the ocean in a small submersible. Things quickly go wrong as the vehicle loses air and communication breaks down. Homer becomes trapped, and tension rises as his oxygen dwindles. A rare, serious moment in the show's history. Then, in 2023, the Titan submersible bound for the Titanic wreck site lost contact and ultimately suffered a catastrophic implosion. The event shook the world, making international headlines. A Simpsons writer later revealed that he'd once taken a similar deep-sea dive, experiencing communication issues himself. The parallels between the cartoon and the real-life disaster were chilling, adding another unsettling entry to the show's long list of predictions. With all these examples adding up, fans have one question left. How does a cartoon keep doing this?